Alright. Hello, SpeedGaming chat. I'm Oranges. This is Lupin Sansei Densetsu no Hihou Away, or Lupin the Third Hunt for Legendary Treasure. I'm playing on easy mode right now. It's basically the same as normal mode if you saw last SNES Super Stars, except I take less damage, so it's a bit safer for Marathon. Now let's go ahead and get started. In the chat I see someone asking already, is this emulator? Yes. I usually play on console, but both of my capture cards are having problems. So just to make sure nothing goes wrong during the marathon, I'm playing on an emulator. Yeah, I see people recognize Lupin already. Yes, if you don't know, this is based on anime that started in 60s, 70s. Very popular in Japan. And Lupin the Third is the world's greatest thief and a gentleman thief, which is why he wears a suit and tie to all his crimes. Right here we see our first enemy, these little Roomba robots. You're gonna be seeing those a lot. Those are the only ones I'll bother killing, because it's like sort of a tutorial and they make you kill them to progress. And right there you saw me punch a computer. For the first 8 or oops. Yeah, this controller has a tendency to do accidental up inputs, so I might just go back through doors a couple times. Yeah, basically in every stage there's a door that leads out. And to get out of that door I have to punch a computer to like activate it, hack it. Thanks for the good luck. So, in the bottom right you see my items. I swap through those with L and R. Pretty convenient. These are the moon shoes. They let me do super jumps. Yeah, right there. Those little Roombas on top are like pressing buttons to activate those flames. You're sort of supposed to get up on top of there and beat those robots, or get rid of them. But on easy mode you can just, oh wow, I'm already going through doors. You can just run through the flames because you don't take that much damage. You don't even have to heal. Yes, there was a recent Lupin anime. You've probably people have probably heard of Part 5. It's last year, I think. And there's a big new movie coming out December. Wow, I can't stop pressing up. that's oof. Alright, the next stage is stage 3. It's kind of like the longest stage by far in this game. Also, by the way, there's cutscenes between almost every stage that I'm skipping. With very nice music and plot. This is basically the only stage where I use the grappling hook. It's sort of the gimmick of this stage. I have to use it a lot, which is why this stage is so slow. So if you accidentally fall, you get fall damage. So I was supposed to grab that ladder, but I messed it up. Unfortunately, that also messes up my item route. Oops. That's fine. But yeah, in this game, you never want to fall like a little bit too much, because you'll go into terminal velocity and just sort of... once you fall in too much, you can't grab ladders or use items or anything. So you just die once you fall. Dang, there are more people in chat that recognize Lupin than I expected. Yeah, they make TV movies pretty often for him. Good question. The stages are very, very maze-like. Which is why a lot of them can actually be very quick once you know the path, because for someone who doesn't know the path, it's just, they get lost, but if you're not getting lost, it's pretty fast. Yes, there are more accidental up inputs with the ladders. Alright, here's our first mini-boss, these 2 robots. They're real nice, they alternate, so I can just shoot them right in their little weak spot. We have to do all that just to get to this one computer. Oh yeah, someone mentioned the arcade game Cliffhanger. Yeah, that borrows footage from Castle Cagliostro and Mystery of Mamo. It's also a great game I've speedrun. Pretty easy to get world record in that game. If anyone wants to go out there and just do a perfect run. Oh, come on. Well, actually, like, even with this control, I usually don't get this many misinputs. Oh yeah, and anyone who's seen the anime recognizes that little him falling out of the car that goes between the show and the commercial, and they sort of replicate it here, so like the game is like an episode. Yeah, Lupin's known for jumping high. There's some episodes of the anime where he just jumps like 100 feet inexplicably. Oh. Yeah, you see how I grabbed the ladder there? Oh, wow, I'm still doing it. It's really bad. Oh well. Can't have a perfect run in a marathon. Yeah, me grabbing the ladder like that's more accidental inputs. Yeah, this was the first stage with 2 computers, just to confuse people who think they broke the computer, so they run right to the end, and then they say, oh, whoops, still locked. Whoops. No, there's no in-game map, it's just level-to-level password system. And like if you die or anything, you just start that same level over again with the default amount of items. There's no like lives or continues or anything. Very player-friendly. Alright, here we see our second mini-boss. And say goodbye to the second mini-boss. Yeah, there's some big enemies that you can just freeze and then go past. Because they're designed to be very obstructive, like there's no way you could possibly run by him and the trap floors with him attacking you and coming down. But if you freeze him, you can just run past. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. That's the flash bomb item. It just freezes every enemy on screen for a little while. They still have hitboxes, but they're frozen. So as long as they're not directly in your way, you can just run by. Oh yeah, and you've probably noticed the computers are, or maybe you haven't noticed, they're usually on the 6th floor for seemingly no reason. Unfortunately, basically every character other than Lupin and the boss that you fight are only in cutscenes. So like after the run you'll see Zenigata and Fujiko, Jigen, and Goemon. But for all the gameplay it's pretty much just Lupin alone in these dangerous situations. Oh, I messed that up. Haven't messed that up in a while. See, that's how you defeat that boss. You have to shoot that thing. Usually if I get his arms frozen in the upright position, then I don't have to do that, but just a little time lost to have to do that, since I don't need those bullets for anything else. Oh yeah, every level so far does look the same. It's very confusing the first time you play it. Or even when you replay it because you're not sure what stage you're on. I can see these big blocks, like if I didn't hit the computer, those things would be like jumping back and forth, mashing me. Oh yeah, and these things, like you could wait for them, but there's no point. Like even on normal, you just damage boost through them. Oops. A little too much elevator action. You probably noticed, but below me there are like trapdoors a bunch of the time that I have to jump over. They're not too hard to avoid, but if you do fall in one, usually because you're hit by an enemy or something, it usually is either a fall so big you die, or it sends you back to like the beginning of the level basically. So they can be pretty brutal. And right there, that bridge like falls down as you're crossing it, but I manipulate so I didn't get hit. I was able to cross in time. Yeah, more damage boosting. Wait. Yeah, since I fell and died earlier, I actually have to go this route to get this bomb. Because the boss requires 5 bombs at least. Sometimes I miss one, I have to use 6. Hopefully I don't miss twice. Yeah, I know he's not being very sneaky in this place, is he? He's just sort of running into all the enemies. Not very thief-like. Alright, this guy, I want to throw one bomb before he spawns. Spawn him, he gets hit. Run straight through him, that's good, I want to do that kick. One. Actually, it took him a little bit longer to get stuck in that corner than usual. That was alright, I didn't waste any bombs, that's a big thing. Because if you have to kill him with the gun, the Walther, or with punches and kicks, it takes forever. So, like, it would be faster just to start over the level and get your bombs back. Yeah, so these ruins are actually very, like, they seem small because I'm running straight to the end. They're actually very big. And right here, I just very recently discovered that strat. Like, he takes 5 bombs to kill, just like the boss. I've been doing that for the longest time. And like today, I just realized, wait, can I just freeze him like the other mini bosses and run past him? And you can. So now I also don't have to pick up more bombs. Actually wasn't going to do that because I kind of don't want to accidentally get a world record on an emulator, but I sort of went through so many doors accidentally, it's fine. I'm not worried about that. I wouldn't say the controls are slippery. Maybe I'm a little slippery with my controls, but I don't know, he doesn't like slide around or anything. And he has to build up momentum to get like good jumps and stuff. Oh yeah, right here, this is like, you're supposed to try and stay on this bridge, and there are tons of spikes and enemies and obstacles to try and stop you as the bridge is falling. But the level that you get if you take the lower path, because like if you stay on the bridge you get a different next stage. This stage that I'm about to do is faster than if I did the other way, so there's actually nothing to gain from staying on the bridge. Also, it's just much easier just to swim down there. And also swim down here. World recording on an emulator isn't bad, it's perfectly legal. But I just prefer to play on console. I'd rather, I don't know, have my record on a console, on official hardware. Just a personal preference. Yes, it's a really tight jump right there. And that one isn't as tight, I just messed it up. There's actually like a wire above those two guys that you can climb. Oh, wow. I accidentally going through the doors. Alright, in this next stage, or was that this stage? No, this stage is the one that's backwards. If you take the upper path where you stay on the bridge, this one is mirrored. It's kind of interesting. Or like this, oops. You have to build up momentum by running in place. Like this part's mirrored. Yeah, you can do these ladders where you drop down further before re-grabbing it a little more optimally, but I'm trying to be super safe. Even though I already had a ladder death. Alright, right here there's gonna be see an arrow, a drop, and a guy, a robot on the ground. That is weaved in between. the way I fall on the ladder right before those guys manipulates them so I can slide right between all of them. It's kind of interesting. Also, you've probably noticed that now we're no longer in a mysterious robot mansion. We're in some mysterious ruins. I see this part's really dangerous. If I accidentally grab the ladder, I'm kind of dead. Nope, we're good. Alright, I have enough bombs, so I don't need to pick up any more. Coming up on the boss right now. It's kind of interesting the way these statues explode when you get near them, but the way they detect, you can sort of jump over the trigger long enough to sort of get by them. You can't dodge all three, but you can dodge the first and third one. Alright, this final boss is very similar to the first one, except he has a rocket punch, so it sort of makes the fight completely different, even though it's very similar. I think it's the only move he has different is that rocket punch, but he uses it constantly. This fight isn't quite so trivial on normal as it is on easy, because I can just tank like everything. Alright, and time. Oof. It's actually a pretty bad run, but not terrible. We'll take it. Yeah, in a way this game is pretty empty. It's like a, yeah, it's very minimalist. So like a Metroidvania, but enemies that you can just run through. Very simple, separate stages. And it's Fujiko. Thanks for the GGs. I just mashed through the ending cutscene and credits as we're getting ready for the next run. I'll just do that. So yeah, I'm Oranges. I speedrun every Lupin the Third game on any console. And yeah. I'm probably gonna keep speedrunning this a little bit once I sort out my capture card situation. But aside from that, I'm also going to be speedrunning any and every Lupin game. So if you like Lupin, you can follow me if you want. Oh yeah, and if you're interested in running this game, you can ask me any questions. Underneath my stream info, my channel, there's a Discord link to Lupin speedrunning Discord. You can join that. It's empty right now, but if you want to run a game and have any questions, you can join that. Ask me anything. I can probably answer any question about any of the Lupin games. Yes, I do love the anime. Good question. In fact, if you've seen my stream, you also know I have a extensive collection of Fujiko figures. Kind of a hardcore fan. But yeah. I think that's all I have to say. Maybe I'll answer some questions if I'm still alive. What got me interested in this series originally? Part 2 dubbed on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, in early 2000s. I don't watch dubs anymore, but that's what introduced me to it. Oh yeah, the animation for this game was really good, especially the, I didn't show it, but like on the title screen, the demo mode, it has like the, one of the Part 2 openings like perfectly recreated in SNES graphics with the really long staircase. What? Oh yeah. Yes, I am hyped for the new movie. It looks really good. But yeah, you should check out this game, play it yourself, and even just to watch the intro that they did is really nice. And SNES quality anime opening. I don't know which game had a really long staircase. Oh, there is a long staircase in that game. Yeah, the staircase is like 7 screens. Yeah, I have speedrun that one. That's actually a really hard game in the MSX. It's a bit more optimizing to do for that run just because it's a very hard game. It's hard to get a good run. Yeah, he uses bubbles as a weapon instead of a gun. Tacos or burritos? Tacos? I mean, they're essentially the same thing. You just take the tortilla and wrap it a little bit more and it becomes a burrito, right? Oh. Alright. Time for me to go. Thanks for watching. This has been Lupin Sensei Densetsu no Hihou. Up next, I believe, is Terminator by Imagine 303.